I have a lovely guest on the phone that I'm going to be chatting to, Clare Kerrigan from Rethink. Now, Clare, lovely to chat to you. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to have this little interview. Can you tell me, how long has Rethink been going?
Thank you for having me. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Rethink Mental Illness, we've sort of existed really for almost 50 years. It began from a fellowship which sort of basically started from family members and loved ones from an individual who was diagnosed with schizophrenia. They actually wrote a letter to the press, and from that point the journey began really, in terms of sort of challenging stigma, affecting sort of campaign and policy. We've grown now to the point where we've got over 200 services nationally that provide a range of different services for people who are affected by serious mental illness and for people who've experienced serious mental illness and their carers.
Wow, that's wonderful. I wonder if people are aware really of just how much Rethink do. So what services do you provide locally in Coventry area?
Yeah, with Coventry and Warwickshire, we've got two employment services currently that we provide in the areas. So they are individual placement support, or IPS for short, and their employment services to support people who've experienced serious mental illness, which is sort of prolonged and enduring mental illness, to support them into the right employment vacancy for them, to make sure that all of the support is there for them to succeed and do well in that position, and to carry on the support with them, to liaise with the employers as well, to ensure, like I said, the right support's there and that everything is really given to that individual to flourish and to survive, not just to survive, rather to thrive in the workplace. And we've been really successful. So we've had some wonderful feedback from service users over the years. I think it's approximately sort of 10 years or so plus that we've been delivering employment services in Coventry. Rethink have sort of always delivered some form of employment support, but more recently we've been sort of funded by NHS England, local authority and the European Social Fund to deliver this sort of specialist support within secondary mental health teams to support individuals to get them into competitive work and to support them while they're there.
Wow, I mean that's a big thing to offer, support, because I think that's just wonderful, the things that you do, because people that have serious mental health issues, it must be such a struggle for them at times on a daily basis. So having the support that Rethink can provide must really give them a sense of hope, and obviously when they are in employment, a sense of achievement as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the core values of Rethink as an organisation, and also one of the core principles of the employment service that we deliver, is that everybody is as valuable. That everybody's time is as valuable as everybody else's. Everyone's skills and experience is just as valuable as anyone else's. So even if despite experiencing serious mental illness, you should have just as much opportunity, to sort of find a fulfilling role for you. And actually that lived experience that individuals have can actually bring a lot to the workplace. So the experience that they have within their own lives, they can then use that to share and support others within the workplace. And it's just really, really important that we sort of challenge stigma where we see it, and that we support understanding with employers, and that we across the board really educate and enable people who have experienced serious mental illness to live life to the fullest, just like any of us, and to get the very most out of their life. And employment is a big factor in that. It's a very big factor in people's well-being. There's lots of evidence to say that we are happier in work, but only when it's supported, when it's the right work,
Definitely.
The right vacancy, and the individual feels that they're supported well, they will do very, very well in positions.
Well, it sounds like you've got a very rewarding job, Clare. How long have you been doing the job that you're doing now?
And I've been working for Rethink for 3 years now. I started as a caseworker in the Coventry service, and then my roles changed sort of along the way. So now I look after Coventry Employment Service and Warwickshire Employment Services. They're separate services, but we do deliver pretty much the same thing across Coventry, and obviously then the district of sort of Warwickshire as well. And it's massively rewarding. It really is. I think every day I'm blown away by the sort of experiences of the people that use our service, that's fed back through staff, and the feedback that we get really just makes, you know, sort of everything we do worthwhile. It really does.
Yeah, I can imagine. I think, well, I actually heard something on the radio the other day which was saying, you know, even if you are somebody that is suffering with some form of mental health, if you are in a position, or, you know, voluntary or work-wise, in whatever way where you are able to give back to others, it really improves your own mental health, because it gives you such a strong sense of purpose, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. I think in terms of recovery for individuals sort of with any experience, to be able to sort of be in the position to use that experience to support others, it has sort of almost immeasurable sort of benefits for that individual, and sort of how they feel, and they're able to share their experience, because I think sometimes as professionals we're able to support and guide the best way we can, but for individuals who have that direct experience and they're able to use that to support others, that's not only sort of helpful to their own recovery, but to the wider community and to their workplace and to everybody around them. So it's a sort of a continual positive, really. There's no real negative to it.
Yeah, no, totally. Well, you know that it is National Mental Health Awareness Week, and the theme for this week is Kindness Matters. So, Claire, a question I've been asking, why do you think kindness matters?
I think kindness matters because, especially now more than ever, I think kindness is the main fuel to communities. It's the thing that keeps communities going. It's the thing that allows cohesion between individuals and allows us to form a community and support one another. And sometimes we do that naturally without even thinking, and sometimes it's called kindness. And I think it's lovely this week that people are reflecting on can be very, very small acts of kindness that they've either sort of done themselves or that they've seen happen in their community around them. And right now, with the restrictions that we're all living under, I think that without kindness being there really wouldn't be any community, there wouldn't be any support. So I think it's absolutely vital. It's a vital thing that hopefully will continue long past this as well.
I think a lot of us feel exactly the same, Claire. Thank you for that. That was very eloquently put, I must say. Thank you again for taking the time out to speak to me. I really, really do appreciate it. And once we are getting guests back in the studio, it would be great to get you on, maybe come and choose a couple of tracks as well. What do you reckon?
I'd absolutely love to. Thanks for the opportunity. I really, really would love to. I think everything that you're doing, with the Watch Centre and Hills FM, everything you're doing, like I said, you're bringing diversity into people's homes. You're sort of keeping that going, sort of a consistency going for people within Coventry who sometimes may not have anything else that sort of comes into their home, brightens their day, and you're doing such an amazing, fantastic job. I'd absolutely love to come and visit and take part further.
Yeah.
Might not like my music choices though, but
yeah, we'll definitely sort that out. But thank you, Claire. Thank you so very much.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. It's been lovely to speak to you.